in Corwin Pavilion, and we have a totally packed house.
Wow.
And you are now up on the screen. You're each about, maybe 5 foot by 4 foot up on the screen here in front of this whole big group. Okay, so welcome. No pressure or anything. So I'd like to start by asking you to just introduce yourselves, tell them who you are and when you got your degree and what you guys are doing now. So go ahead, Carlos.
All right. So I'm Carlos Nash. I graduated in 2011 with my Ph.D. in linguistics. So Carol was one of my chairs for my dissertation. And currently, I'm an assistant professor of linguistic anthropology at the University of Kansas.
Okay, Ellie?
Hi, I'm Ellie Schirmer. I finished my PhD in history in 2009. And since then, I was teaching at a small liberal arts college, and then I took a 2-year research fellowship at the University of Cambridge. And so I'm now back in America. I just started a job as an assistant professor at Loyola University Chicago.
All right, okay. So listen, we've got this whole set of new graduate students here. They're just embarking on their graduate careers. And we were wondering if you could tell them a little bit about what you did on campus when you were graduate students here. What sort of activities you were involved in and why you thought they were important.
Sure. Well, for me, I started out very early and started participating in the Graduate Student Association. My second year there, I ended up becoming the VP for communications for GSA, which was really nice because it allowed me opportunities to interact with other grads.
Hey, Indy just showed up. Okay, keep going, Carlos.
Yeah, interact with other grads outside of my department, but then also get to see the inner runnings of the university, working with Grad and working with the chancellor.
Great. What about you, Ellie?
So I was involved in several things. I was also in the GSA. I never held an executive position, but I was actually on the Graduate Student Health Insurance Program committee for my entire 6 years at Santa Barbara. So I actually was involved in a lot of the healthcare negotiations that went on. And hopefully you still have it, like the bulk buying prescription and stuff like that. Let's see. So I used to do that for Santa Barbara, but then my last year at Santa Barbara, I was named to the statewide committee to try and go to an all UC-wide health insurance program. So I got involved with the health insurance for the campus. I was also really involved with our union, UAW, and then I was also I took a lot of lead role with the Center for the Study of Work, Labor, and Democracy, and starting the labor studies minor that we have at Santa Barbara that actually draws not just from history but a lot of the different departments in the social sciences.
Yeah, fabulous. Okay, so Indy, why don't you introduce yourself? Say when you got your degree, what you got your degree in, and where you are now, what you've done since you graduated.
Well, I got my PhD in geography in December of 2011, and since then, I traveled for a few months and did some contract work. My PhD was in geography, and I currently work at Apple. I am the ILS research coordinator for the Geo team.
Great. And what sort of activities were you involved in when you were a student here?
When I was a student there, I was one of the GSA officers. I was the vice president of academic affairs, and then, by the way, great experience. And I was also one of the graduate division peers, and I helped a lot with getting the grad post started and also the contributors.
Right. Right. We really appreciate that. So thanks so much for all that. All of you guys made real contributions that are still having impact on our graduate students today. So I just wanted to say thank you to all of you for all of your work when you were here. So tell the students here about what was your favorite thing about UCSB?
Honestly, it was all opportunities, whether it's research opportunities, working with faculty members on different research projects, collaborating on co-authored papers, but then also just interacting outside of things, outside of linguistics, working with other scholars in different disciplines.
I would agree with Carlos. It's definitely the opportunities to work in such an interdisciplinary environment. UCSB is definitely known for that. You wouldn't find the same opportunities at other campuses in the UC system or even across different state institutions. So we were really fortunate in that respect.
For me, it was really great coming to Santa Barbara. I went to undergrad at the University of Virginia, where they talked a lot about student involvement and student democracy, but you actually didn't have the same ability to be involved with committees here. Because it's not even just the GSA, but the GSA has representatives on so many different committees and so many different issues in the university that the graduate students have a real chance to take part in a lot of different issues. Even if they never become a GSA officer, you can sit on really important committees and talk about things.
Great. Okay, so 3 pieces of advice for new graduate students.
Get involved with GSA, first thing. You get to know what's going on outside your discipline, but then also you really control a lot of what goes on with graduate students. It's a really nice organization. The networking consultancies are wonderful too through GSA. I say get involved with faculty and researchers in your department. Participate in different grad writing sessions, research projects, whatever they may be. I got to work with Carol on instructional improvement for 20, which was a wonderful project to work on.
And ongoing.
Absolutely. And then lastly, don't forget about your life outside of the university. To make it through grad school, you have to have that balance of taking time for yourself, whether you have a family or you don't have immediate family around. You still need that time for yourself, or else you can easily get burned out.
Mm-hmm. Indy?
I would say that one, make sure you take advantage of all the resources on campus. There's really an incredible network of teams that coordinate support for all kinds of graduate students. And no matter what you think, you do have time to take advantage of them. So visit the calendar on the Grad Coast as often as you can, and watch your emails for invitations to workshops. I know you're going to be super busy and you think, I don't have time to go to this workshop, but it will make such a huge difference in your graduate experience. Other little bits of advice I might have for you is write every day for at least 30 minutes. You can do it. 30 minutes is not that much time for you to sit down and do some writing, even if it's just to summarize what you've read over the course of the week. And then be sure to build a network of support. Remember, most graduate programs at UCSB are not sprints, they're marathons. And so there's no reason why you have to go it all alone. You should bring people together and talk about your experiences and write together, get together for on-site writing parties where you just sit and write and have people there to hold you accountable. And you'll be surprised at how quickly the time will go by and you'll be filing your master's or your dissertation in no time.
I think I have a lot of the same things that the other ones were sort of talking about, is that I think it's really important to find a balance to keep you going. So for me, I always talk about is that, I really love teaching, but I also like my research, and I like taking part of activism and something broader. But even within those 3 things, so when my teaching, you're going to be facing a stack of interns, and it's hard, and having my research, and that wasn't going perfect. I could do something and feel like I was doing something for the larger community in terms of healthcare activism, but also finding a sort of chance to relax. And this sort of goes to the second thing that I was going to say, is that it's so important to find friends outside UCSB and actually Santa Barbara. And I actually did this through the GSA and is that I knew so many people outside Santa Barbara that when I needed to just get out of town for a little bit, as lovely as the beach is, I could go down to San Diego, or I could do, and it was a nice sort of break. And who I actually sort of learned that importance from was actually, I had a really great faculty mentor here who talked to me a lot about professional development, but professional development was also making sure that you keep your personal life sane as well, and having that sort of outlet and sort of that break. Because if you actually start talking back to them, they do the most incredible things. They're like amateur cooks, they love to climb, there's all sorts of things about being a successful academic, about finding a balance. And so that's where I'm going. Maybe there's someone Libra. My birthday's tomorrow, so.
All right. Happy birthday. Okay, well, that was a lot of really good advice. I especially like the one about writing every day and about finding other people that you can work with and study with. I realized recently that some of my own graduate students have study dates with people that they get together and meet in the cafe, like at Starbucks, and they both sit there and write. And I'd never heard of people having study dates before, but I think it sounds like a great idea. And I think that that type of networking makes sense and maybe is more natural based on all of the various changes that are undertaking our society is undergoing and that academia is undergoing. So at this point, I would just like to thank our UCSB alumni here who have taken time out of their very busy lives to come and to be able to talk to you. Can we have a round of applause for our... Okay, and we hope that you guys all come back to campus often. We want to see you all again, so we hope that you're all here soon. Be sure to stop in the graduate division and say hello when you guys come by. And so we look forward to seeing you in the not too distant future, okay? Yeah, thanks again. Bye.
Bye.
How do we turn it off? You're still there.
That awkward Skype thing.
Yeah.
We're looking at the condoms this time. We had a great orientation. You, as a group, were as engaged as we hoped you would